team looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. So the USC Trojans offense will take the first swing of the game. So much history and pageantry in this rivalry, guys, but the trophy, the Jewel Shillelagh, is a little bit under the radar.
It is. It's beautiful to look at, but I think people are always just focused on these two blue blood programs. Notre Dame, USC. This is interconference, national.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of. And they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Got his man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt. They want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season with a...
Afterburners coming. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Trojans will try to put one on the board on first and goal. He wants to throw it. Lets it fly. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So Notre Dame's offense will have its first possession of the game. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2 star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious.
Wasting no time taking a shot. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. There he goes to the right. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
My job as offensive coordinator is to find my guys, find my playmakers, find my guys that can win one-on-one when they get an opportunity, and then I can get them the ball that can make something happen. He's one of those guys, and that's why I'm going to continue.
Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Trojans! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching watching you.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the... do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He lets one fly deep. He's got it down the right side. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. On first down, here comes this offense. Getting some heat. They get him down after he makes the catch. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. A third down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man to the left. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations of USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to impose their will with the run. Nice move to pick up yardage. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game, explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glam.
It's complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. We didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Emmanuel. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Gonna run it. It's Pitts. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now on the option. Now the toss. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish.
Notre Dame, number 24, with the carry.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Virginia Tech is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Michael Vick out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 10 over Miami. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Goes to the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. First down here for the offense. Gives it to the back on the draw. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. And they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Lining up for the PAT. Bangs it through for an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been a spectacular offensive showcase so far, David.
This has been unbelievable. The fireworks has been amazing. This is modern offense now. Palmer, when you look at college football, there's a lot of scoring, and defenses haven't had a lot of answers.
No, and this game's been a track meet, man. So if you're on offense right here, keep the pedal to the metal. Keep the tempo going. Stay aggressive.
With the catch, it's Davis. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Knute Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push, and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right. We could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys played their best games in this rivalry class.
They'll throw it on first down. Going for it all. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Knute Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do it, it's the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Going up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Need. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Trojans have it in scoring position on first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Finds his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Field goal is good. And now they take the lead. The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Give to the running back. At midfield, he's got room. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got...
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here's a return from the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Gets it out fast. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, Dave.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Using his legs, it's Walters. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. He'll take a deep shot here. And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense.
And they'll take over
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
To the air on first down. He lets it fly. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
When you're a defense, stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on 4th down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. He'll pitch it. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the catch. It's Brock. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And the Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Hey, defense just got given a gift. They'll take that all day. You want to keep backpedaling and backpedaling as a QB? We'll keep pursuing you, and we'll sack you, and we'll force you almost out of field goal range.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Davis. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and goal coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. It is perfect. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
He's back to throw on second down. Get it out on the screen. On the move at the 30. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. Pushes for the goal line. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down at...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And they had so much success moving the football down the field. Now you're a little bit stuck. Negative play, back to back. Got to get back to some of that stuff you did on this drive that you had success with.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man on the right. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now they regain the lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
On the option. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Caught near the sticks. It's Emmanuel. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On second down, just keeps firing. Going to try to get it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. On the ground, it's Walters. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Makes a man miss. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Zings it complete to the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
This crowd even louder now on second down as they try to hold on. In the red area, it's Walters. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll try the run. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. This to jump into the lead in the final minute. It's good. You understand the celebration after taking the lead, guys, but this thing is not over yet. That was a clutch field goal, and now the pressure goes to the other side. Can they stop them from getting into field goal range to win it? And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And sometimes you've got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve...
He'll off one deep down the left side. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.